Welcome back to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Nolan Jamber. First four segments, we talked NBA, recapped the games from last night, previewed the games from tonight. For the past two segments, we've been talking NFL, we talked defensive ends and receivers. In this segment, the final segment for today, we're sticking with the NFL, just a quick little mock draft that I cooked up. I think the NFL this year, the draft, I feel like it's pretty set in stone for the first three picks. Overall, we know who the first three players off the board will be. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. We know that those three will be, we know that those three will be the first ones off the board, but it's a matter of what order. And then I think I know it, so I'm going to say it. Cam Ward at 1. I think Cam Ward is just a guaranteed number one spot. I think he's just I think the Titans need a quarterback, and Cam Ward is the best quarterback in this draft. I think he really is. I think Cam Ward will be a huge help for the Titans in the future and just the current year. Now here, 2 and 3 is when the draft really starts. See, the past few weeks I've been saying I'm 100% sure Travis Hunter goes to the Cleveland Browns at 2, but I'm still going to stand by that. But I'm going to switch it up today. And I'm going to say that, Abdul Carter goes to number 2 to the Browns, and Travis Hunter goes to 3 to the Giants. I want to say why that could happen. So, obviously, Travis Hunter, I think he goes to the Browns at 2. But let's say Abdul Carter goes to the Browns at 2. The reason I think the Browns do that is because they want to match Myles Garrett, a Hall of Famer, just re-signed to a multi-million-dollar contract. They have Hall of Famer Myles Garrett paired up with rookie Abdul Carter, possibly the best defensive end to come out of Penn State in recent years, behind Micah Parsons. I think that's the reason that the Browns would draft Abdul Carter over Travis Hunter. But I'm still standing firm that Travis Hunter will be drafted at 2. But for today, I'm going to change it up and say Abdul Carter's going 2 to the Browns because they want to match him with Myles Garrett. And that leaves Travis Hunter at 3 for the New York Giants. I think he would fit very well into that system. The Giants need a lot. Cornerback and receiver are one of them. And the thing about Travis Hunter, well, what do you know? He plays not only both of them, but he wants to play both of them at the professional level as well. He said in an interview that if he's not playing both sides of the ball, he doesn't want to go to that organization. And I think the Giants will figure out a way to manage him, play him in multiple positions, offense and defense. Maybe like offense possession, rest him, and then defense the next possession or whatever situation they're in. And I think he would fit. Him and Malik Neighbors, 2 receivers on different sides of the ball, would be a very good duo. Plus, they just signed Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. They got 2 vet quarterbacks, and they'll probably end up getting a rookie quarterback out of the draft as well. So that would be a huge help for both of those teams. So top 3 right now, we got Cam Ward at 1, Abdul Carter at 2 for the Browns, and then Travis Hunter at 3 for the New York Giants. Then after that, we got the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots, they're in need of, I'm not going to say a lot, but they need a decent amount. They got a quarterback. And I've been saying this for a little while. I think their defense is not their weak spot. I think their defense is honestly fine where it is. I think what they need is a receiver. Ramondre Stevenson, he's already a good running back. They already have a good tight end, Hunter Henry. So what I think they do is draft a receiver. Maybe a tight end. They could go, for Colston Loveland out of Michigan or Tyler Warren out of Penn State. I think those are 2 very solid options for the Patriots if they want a tight end. But I think they go for a receiver with the 4 spot. And obviously there's a million guys they can go to. McMillan, like I said earlier, out of Arizona. Jaden Higgins, Iowa State. Matthew Golden, Texas. There's a million. But I think it is take the best receiver that's available at Teteria McMillan. I still can't say his first name. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I definitely am butchering it. But I think it is take the best receiver available after Travis Hunter, and McMillan is just that receiver for them. They just signed Stephon Diggs to a 3-year deal, But, he's getting to an older age. He's getting to an older time of his life, and his body's getting worn down. He's not, it's getting a little slower. His routes are getting a little sloppier. And, I think they'd go for a new young receiver to match him with Drake May. Then after that, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars at number 5. I think they get Mason Graham. I just think they need a D lineman. They need one bad, and Mason Graham is the best defensive tackle in this draft, and I think they go and grab him. I think that's just pretty set in stone. They don't really need anybody else. They do need a lot, but defense is their weak suit, so they go for a good D end or good defensive tackle at 5 with Mason Graham. Sorry. Number 6, you got the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders have the 6th overall pick, and they are taking Ashton Jeanty with that 6th overall pick. I think everybody just kind of saw this one coming. He's been practicing. He's been at their facilities. He's been training, working out with them for a little while now. And the Raiders want him bad. The Raiders really want a good running back to help. They got Pete Carroll in there now as their head coach, and they got Geno Smith as their quarterback. Their defense, is pretty weak, so they could go for a D end quarterback, but I just don't think they will. I think they're going for Jeanty, and I just think he would fit that system well. Pete Carroll loves smash mouth football, and Ashton Jeanty is that running back for that system, smash mouth football, and I think Jeanty goes at 6 to the Raiders. The Jets at 7. The Jets at 7 is really weird. They could get anything they want. They need a lot, but honestly, what don't they need? They need a lot. They need a quarterback. Zach Wilson. He's not on the team anymore. I forgot he's not on the Jets anymore. But they need a lot. So the Jets will probably just go for whoever's best available at the time, and I think the best available player for them will be Will Johnson out of Michigan at cornerback. I think pairing him and Sauce Gardner together would be a really good combination of players. 2 very young. Sauce Gardner was drafted only 2 years ago. He's still really young, very fast, and I think he's still a really good receiver or cornerback. And Will Johnson, even with him being a little injured last year, was still a phenomenal player overall. And I think him and Sauce Gardner be a really lethal duo in New York for the Jets. Then you got at the 8th spot, you got the Carolina Panthers, who also I think will go for a running back, honestly. I take that back. Not a running back, a receiver. They really don't have a solid, they have, receivers with nothing really crazy. So I think they just go for the best receiver on the board still available, which will either be Matthew Golden or Jaden Higgins. Yeah, you got Emeka Egbuka. I still can't say his name. Ohio State. He's a good receiver as well. But I think Golden's probably the best receiver who will be available at the time because McMillan will be gone. So I think the Panthers will end up taking Matthew Golden at the 8th pick. The New Orleans Saints. See, they were I didn't know what they were going to do until recently. Derek Carr's injury came through, and that has proven I think they will get a quarterback. I'm certain they will get a quarterback. It's just a matter of which one they're going to get, because Cam Ward, he will be gone. So at that point, it's going to be, okay, Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart, Will Howard. Who are they going to get? I think they just go also for the best quarterback available at the time, who will be Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, Jackson Dart's good, but I don't think he's good enough to be the 9th overall pick. I think Jackson Dart will be a late 1st or early 2nd. So I think Shedeur Sanders goes number 9 overall to the New Orleans Saints just because of Derek Carr's injury. If Derek Carr never got injured, if he didn't get injured, I think the Saints would have taken anybody. Honestly, they're probably the best player available. They need a lot. The Saints really do need a lot. They could use a healthy receiver. You got Olave is always hurt. You could use a running back. Alvin Kamara, he's a great running back, but he's hurt a lot. Defensive end, D lineman, they'll probably end up just taking the best available player. But since Derek Carr got injured, I think they take a quarterback just to be safe, and that quarterback will be Shedeur Sanders. Cincinnati Bengals, they 100% will be taking a defensive lineman. I'd be very surprised if they don't. Not an edge. I think they take a defensive lineman, and I think that guy will be Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss or Kenneth Grant out of Michigan. Either one of those two guys. I mean, they're both really big, fast guys. They can both clog up holes and gaps and cause mayhem. So I think the Chicago Bears, will take either Walter Nolan or Kenneth Grant at the 10th spot. And for the last pick I'll do for the show, the San Francisco 49ers at the 11th pick. You just traded a lot of your players. I mean, I wouldn't say a lot, but Deebo Samuel, he's gone. So what do they need? People are saying a quarterback. They don't need to draft a quarterback at the 11th pick. They don't need a tight end. Their defense is still fine. So they're either going to go for a receiver or maybe an offensive lineman. But it's most likely going to be a receiver. And the receiver that they get, honestly, is probably going to be Jaden Higgins out of Iowa State or Emeka Egbuka. I still cannot say his last name for the life of me. Out of Ohio State. It's going to be either one of those two, whoever's the best available on the board at the time. They will be going to the Niners just because they traded away, Deebo Samuel and a lot of their guys this offseason. But, I mean, overall, it's all obviously, a mock draft is just speculation, just who I think is going to go where, and that's honestly it. That's honestly a mock draft is, just speculation and hoping you're right. So that's why I wanted to throw that in there. That's all I got for today. Thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. Your continuous support really means the world, so feel free to like, comment, and share. If you want to stay up to date with all things GSMC, make sure to follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, X/Twitter, Snapchat. If you're social media, we have it. We're on it. So thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Have a good one.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go.